Hi guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Chisom here again, and this is Mrs. Lekwa's series. If you're just meeting me for the very first time, where have you been in this YouTube? Where have you been? You're welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Do consider sticking around. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, and be part of this family. Okay, you're welcome. To all my old and returning subscribers, I can't love you guys less. I love you guys. Thanks for the encouragement, thanks for the engagement, thanks for the share, thanks for the likes. You guys are just the best. Thank you so much. In this video, I am bringing a very important information. The US Diversity Visa Lottery 2025 is now open. Applications are now open for the US Diversity Visa Lottery 2025. We call it Visa Lottery. That is the general name we call it in Africa. Yeah, Visa Lottery is now open. Who doesn't know about the US Visa Lottery? Who? Everybody, but you know about the Canada PR, yeah? You know about the Canada PR. This is just like the Canada PR, where you are in a pool, there is a draw. When you are given an invitation, when your score or you are being picked from the draw from the pool, you'll be given an invitation to apply. You put in your application and then starts processing your PR. But in the case of the US Visa Lottery, number one, they don't need IELTS. Unlike Canada people that want you to have IELTS, I want you to have proof of English before you can create an Express Entry profile. In the US Visa Lottery, this DV Visa Lottery, this Diversity Visa program that we're going to be seeing, you don't need IELTS. You don't need to be to have ECA, credential evaluation. You don't need all that. All you need is just to be eligible. Once you're eligible, we are going to see the eligibility criteria. Once you're eligible, you just create your DV Visa profile and just enter the draw. And if you are lucky, the computer picks you, you'll be given an invitation to apply for your US green card. As you're leaving your country of origin, you are already a US green card holder. Hey, before you even arrive America, guys, where are all these Canada, UK people? Yeah, go to the back. Go to the back and sit down. The US people come to the front. Let us go to the website so that you people will see in details. But before we go, guys, I must warn you, you have to pay keen attention to the instructions. You have to pay keen attention. This one is not the case of rush and then you go and make mistake. If you make mistakes, it will disqualify you. If you as much as upload the wrong passport size, the wrong passport whatever, it will disqualify you. So you have to pay attention to the instruction. Eligibility is very simple but strict eligibility criteria. It is very simple. You just have to be from the countries that are eligible to apply, and then you just have to have a high school certificate. That is, you must have had 12 years of education, elementary and secondary. That is just the eligibility. So the eligibility is very simple, but what will disqualify most people is not paying attention to the instruction, not understanding the instruction, not knowing what to do and how to do it. That is what will disqualify most people. So make sure that you understand these instructions very well, read it very well, digest it very well. If it's going to take you 5 hours to do this application, use 4.5 hours to read and understand the instruction. Use the other 30 hours to apply. Okay, the instruction will tell you everything you need to know, how to recognize your children, your partner, in case you and your partner are separated, in case you're divorced, whether you should mention them or not mention them in your application. Everything is there. Your children, how to recognize your children, everything is there. Everything you need to know is in that instruction. Whether you can save the form and come back to it later, whether somebody can help you and scan the pictures and send to your email and then you upload, everything you need to know is in that instruction. And the frequently asked questions. So make sure you understand it very well before you go and start the application. Okay, the link to the website will be in the description box of this video. Immediately you finish watching this video and you're qualified to apply, click on the link and start reading the instruction. Give it to another person in case you're not understanding. Give it to somebody else who can read it and understand. Two good heads are better than one. Understand it very well before you now start your application. All right, so let us go to the website. Let me go and show you people everything you need to know. How to navigate the website when it is time to apply. US Department of State Electronic Diversity Visa Program. Okay, dvprogram.state.gov. Our State Department website for the 2025 Diversity Visa Program is now open. The entry submission period for the DV 2025 is from 12 p.m. on October 4th, 2023 to 12 p.m. November 7th, 2023. The entry form will only be available for submission during this period, and this period only. Entries will not be accepted through the U.S. Postal Service. After reading the instructions, click the Begin Entry button below to enter the DV program. After reading the instructions, guys, this is where the work is. Read these instructions. In fact, do not assume to know. Do not assume that you know it, or maybe it's not just form. Let me just go and fill it now. But please read the instructions carefully, because this eligibility criteria for this program is as simple as ABC. Anybody can be eligible for this program. The only thing that will disqualify a lot of people, most people, is not paying attention to the instructions, doing it the wrong way. If you don't do it well, your entry is going to be disqualified. If you as much as upload a wrong format of picture, your entry may be disqualified. So this is where the bulk of the work is. If you are going to take 5 hours to apply for this program, please, my lovelies, take 4 out of that 5 hours, read these instructions, digest it, assimilate it, understand it, sleep over it, give it to somebody else to read and make sure that you are understanding. If you're not understanding, show to someone else. 2 heads are better than one that will understand with you before you will now use the remaining 1 hour to apply for the program. Application is simple. Eligibility criteria is easy. The main bulk of the work, the main cocoa, is on understanding what you should do. Okay, so let's see just a sneak peek of what the instructions is all about. Okay, by the time you come here, you select the DV 2025 program instructions. Instructions for the 2025 Diversity Immigrant Visa Program. Applicants who are selected in the program must meet simple but strict eligibility requirements to qualify for a DV. The Department of State determines selectees through a randomized computer drawing. The Department of State distributes diversity visas among 6 geographic regions, and no single country may receive more than 7% of the available DVs in any 1 year. Okay, for DV 2025, listen, natives of the following countries and areas are not eligible to apply because more than 50,000 natives of these countries immigrated to the United States in the previous 5 years. The countries are Bangladesh, Brazil, Canada, the People's Republic of China, including mainland and Hong Kong born, Colombia, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Haiti, Honduras, India, Jamaica, Mexico, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, Republic of Korea, Venezuela, and Vietnam. However, if your country is among these countries that are not eligible to apply, there is one clause that might qualify you. Let's go and see the clause. There is a clause here that may qualify you to apply even if you are from any of these countries listed here. Eligibility requirements. Number 1, if you are not a native of a country with historically low rates of immigration to the United States, there are 2 other ways you might be able to qualify. 1, is your spouse a native of a country with historically low rates of immigration to the United States? If yes, you can claim your spouse's country of birth, provided that you and your spouse are named on the selected entry or found eligible and issued diversity visas and enter the United States at the same time. Another one that may qualify you is if you are a native of a country that does not meet this criteria, but in which neither of your parents was born or legally resident at the time of your birth. If yes, you may claim the country of birth of one of your parents, if it is a country whose natives are eligible for the program. Okay, so for more details on what this means, you go to the frequently asked questions where you are going to see questions and answers, and that will give you more details, more insight into what this clause actually means. But I think it's a good news for those people that their country of origin or their natives, country where they are native from, are among the ones that are listed not eligible. These 2 clauses here may qualify you. Okay, number 2 requirement is that you must meet the education or work experience requirements of the program by having either a high school education or its equivalent, defined as successful completion of a 12-year course of formal elementary and secondary education. Okay, that is, if your primary and your secondary education, you've completed it, that is to say, at least you have WAEC. If you're from Africa, you have your WAEC result. That means you're qualified, because 6 years in primary school, 6 years in secondary school qualifies you for the 12-year course of formal elementary and secondary education. Okay, however, if you don't have this elementary and formal secondary education, maybe you did your primary school, after primary school, you went to do apprentice, you went to learn a trade, you couldn't do secondary school. Another thing that may qualify you is that you have 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. So for more information about qualifying experience, you see the frequently asked questions. You should not submit an entry to the DV program unless you meet both of these requirements. Submission of more than one entry for a person will disqualify all entries for that person. You are strictly warned against submitting more than one entry. The law allows only one entry per person during each entry period. The Department of State uses sophisticated technology to detect multiple entries. So please, guys, don't say to increase your chances of winning or to increase your chances of being selected, let me go and apply and submit more than one entry, so that at least if one does not enter, another one will enter. That will disqualify all of your entries totally, except of course you have a partner who you can submit yours, your partner will submit theirs, either of you can submit. Then if either of you gets it, the other person will follow the main applicant as a dependent. Okay, so every other thing you need in completing your entry form is here. You have to read this totally. We strongly encourage you to complete the entry form yourself without a visa consultant, visa agent, or other person who offers to help. If someone helps you, you should be present when your entry is prepared, so that you can provide the correct answers to the questions and keep your unique confirmation number and a printout of your confirmation screen. Okay, so unscrupulous visa facilitators have been known to assist entrants with their entries, keep the confirmation page printout, and then demand money or illegal activities in exchange for the confirmation number. So in order to stay away from fraud, because they know that a lot of agents are going to come and use this opportunity now to fraud people, in order to stay away from fraud, even if somebody is going to help you complete this process, make sure that you're there as the person is doing it, so that immediately the person is finished, you are collecting your confirmation number, you are collecting your printout there and there, so that nobody will come tomorrow and say they have finished your application, why you have to pay 5 million for you to collect your printouts. Okay, so you should be careful. So all this, when you go through all this, you will see the information they are going to ask of you, your gender, your country of eligibility, date of birth, and the rest of it. All of them are here, your mailing address. By the time you go through this form, you see how to recognize your partner, if you're divorced, if you're separated, if you have children and you don't have children, how each of them are going to be recognized, how you're going to enter their data for each of them in the entry. Okay, selection of entries, you go through, everything is here. Everything is here. Submitting a digital photograph, how you're going to submit a digital photograph, in what format the digital photograph is going to be, what you're going to wear. Uniforms should not be worn in your photo except religious clothing that is worn daily. Do not wear a hat or head covering that obscures the hairline or your hair, unless worn daily for a religious purpose. Maybe your hijab, you can wear your hijab, but there's a way you still wear it. It will be wrongly done. You have to make sure that it doesn't cover your hairline, it doesn't cover your ear as you're showing it. Okay, headphones, eyeglasses are not allowed, even if it's a prescription glass or is sunshade. Any form of glasses are not allowed. So you look at these pictures, go to a standard photographer, go to a standard photographer, a standard photo studio, and take your pictures. Something like Studio 24 and the rest of them in Nigeria. I don't know the ones you have in your country, but if you want to get a very good picture, a standard picture for this purpose, go to a studio, a standard studio. Don't go to all those ones that do wait and take on the road. Wait and take, you snap and then you collect it immediately. No. Taking photos of your baby or toddler, how you can do that. Eligibility, these are the frequently asked questions. Okay, let's look at some of the frequently asked questions. Eligibility, what do the terms native and chargeability mean? Can I still apply if I was born in a qualifying country? Why do natives of certain countries not qualify for the program? How many DV programs will go to natives of each region? Is there a minimum age to apply? There is no minimum age to apply, but the requirement of a high school education or work experience for each principal applicant at the time of application will effectively disqualify most persons who are under the age of 18. Okay, so completing your electronic entry for the DV program. How can I submit my entry? I'm in the United States. Can I enter the DV program? Yes. An entrant may apply while in the United States or any other country. Okay, so even if you're in the United States on a visitor visa and then you got to hear of this opportunity, you can still apply for it. Yeah. Can I only enter once during the registration period? Yes. May my spouse and I each submit a separate entry? Yes. Each spouse may each submit one entry if each meets the eligibility requirement. If either spouse is selected, the other is entitled to apply as a derivative dependent. Okay, which family members must I include in my DV? Your spouse, your children. You read everything in between the lines, please. Must I submit my own entry or can someone else help me? I'm already registered for an immigrant visa in another category. Can I still apply? Yes. Can I download and save the EDV entry form into a word processing program and finish it later? No. Can I save the form online and finish it later? No. I don't have a scanner. Can I send photographs to someone else to scan them, save them and email them back to me so I can use them in my entry? Yes. If the EDV system rejects my entry, can I resubmit my entry? Yes. Okay. If it rejects your entry, you can resubmit another entry as long as your submission is completed before the stipulated time. How soon after I submit my entry will I receive the electronic confirmation notice? Okay, once you submit, you will receive your electronic confirmation notice immediately showing that you have successfully submitted, including a confirmation number that you must record and keep. However, the unpredictable nature of the internet can result in delays. You can hit the submit button as many times as is necessary until a complete application is sent and you receive the confirmation notice. However, once you receive the confirmation notice, do not resubmit your information. Guys, this is very important. They said that once you submit your form, you are supposed to receive a confirmation notice that says, yes, you have successfully completed. Please, if you are hitting the submit button and this notice is not coming out, it could be that your internet is delaying. It could be that you have not submitted your form. Make sure you receive a confirmation notice before you can exit the page and say, yes, you have submitted. And once you receive this notice, do not resubmit your form again because it will count as a double submission for you. Okay, if you hit this submission button and you did not receive a confirmation, if I submit another entry, will I be disqualified? If you did not receive a confirmation number, your entry was not recorded. You must submit another entry. It will not be counted as a duplicate. Once you receive a confirmation number, do not resubmit your information. So guys, this is also very important to take note of. If you hit the submit button and then there was no confirmation number that is allocated to you, it's assumed that you have not submitted. Until you get a confirmation number, that is the only time when you can know that you have submitted. If not, you have to resubmit your form and it doesn't count as a duplicate entry. So guys, that is just all about it. I hope this is well detailed. You are also going to come on this website, go to this information pack and make sure that you get all the information correctly. After you have gotten all the information correctly, then you go ahead to click on begin entry button. I believe that this is well detailed. Go to this website, go and look at the instructions, go and look at the photo instructions, everything. Look at the frequently asked questions. These are the 3 things you have to check before you go and put in your application. Wish you all the best for as many as those that are qualified to enter. Until my next video, do take care of yourself, love yourself, do the right thing and stay positive. Okay, take care of yourself. Bye bye.